Why does every interview look like they're a couple at an IVF consultation? Yes, I'm a bit late with this video, but I've just been holding space with it before uploading it. Yes, I'm a bit late with this video, but f it, I want to do it. And you know what? Wicked 2 will be out this year, so it'll roll round again and be relevant again. Plus, I recently watched the Wicked movie on streaming. I did not pirate it. My short review is, yeah, it was good. The songs are really good. The movie was too long. That's my only gripe with it. Anyway, this video isn't a review. It's all about the crazy press tour and all of the controversies that happened around this movie. Basically, if you somehow avoided all of the drama around the Wicked press tour, this is it summed up. So, Ariana, Cynthia, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for your time.
Oh my gosh.
What did I say?
So we're coming to the end of this press tour now, and I think it's been an emotional rollercoaster for all of us.
Oh man. Oh no, babe. Babe.
Oh,
yeah. Cry. Yeah. Whoa!
You put out a film that literally in this world brings people together. Do you know what an accomplishment that is? Oh my God.
This film means so much to me, and there are so many millions of kids like me who find refuge in the Witches. And I just want to let you know, I mean, I'm a nobody, but you did it. You did it.
We love you.
And I thank you. Oh, Cynthia, I'm going to cry my glitter off. I'm going to go blind from glitter.
No, you both have to stop.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
It's just...
Oh my goodness.
Cynthia,
oh my goodness.
It was incredible. Both of you were incredible.
Gosh.
I've seen this week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening.
Watching Elphaba and seeing this character, you're not gonna tell me.
Not the time, helicopter! Go. Hey. Should everyone cry?
Should we cry? Should we
Let's
cry?
all do the crying.
I
haven't squeezed one out yet.
Come on,
I haven't squeezed it out
I
yet.
cried too much last night.
And what are you as Cynthia bringing to that moment?
Hours later.
It's just hard.
It was the sweetest thing in the world. Oh my God, it makes me emotional. There's a very specific...
Oh shit, here we go again.
I want you to be happy and I root for you. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Man, oh my God, are you okay?
How has Belinda changed you for good?
My goodness. Ugh, sorry. You almost got me, but I'm okay. My goodness.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna...
It's okay. It's okay.
It's just... It's a good question.
Really good question. I didn't get to share it as much. Why am I feeling emotional about that?
Because it's true. And there's a lot.
I'm feeling very emotional about that as well, because it's been a struggle for me as well.
And I have feelings, and I can share them.
And if you need to cry right now, you cry.
Yeah. And but every time I took the makeup off, I loved who I was even more. So I've come away feeling really beautiful.
It's just...
You f***ing are.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, God.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
almost got us there. Oh my God. Cynthia. Truthfully, we're a bunch of crybabies over here.
Yeah.
Such braverism.
And trust me, you can find much longer compilations than that. How are they going to cope with Wicked Part 2 when they have to do this all over again? Like, somebody's going to go out on a stretcher after fainting or something, isn't they?
I was on Broadway doing Avenue Q when you were in 13. Yes, girl, yes.
So Cynthia Erivo,
Cynthia,
and Ariana Grande, who play Elphaba and Glinda respectfully,
Actually, it's Linda.
didn't appear to be able to answer a single question about the new Wicked movie without breaking into tears and having some sort of meltdown and existential crisis. And then there was also this weird trend of them love bombing every interviewer they spoke to.
This is also my first time ever doing it.
You were such a light of the day.
Thank you
You
very
were
much.
such a gift.
We needed to come in.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to waste too much of your time.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I tell you, you're
You're killing it.
truly.
they're pulling me out of here.
Please ask one more. Please ask one more. Please. Please.
Can we please?
Please. Please.
Please.
This is the best day ever.
So we're going to come back to this later and you can watch me have an extremely angry rant about it.
People think we need to go to an asylum. People think we need to be locked
We
up.
have therapists.
But in this video I want to cover everything else that happened, as if all the meltdowns during every public appearance wasn't enough. Because Wicked arguably had more drama off screen than it did on screen. Starting with Poster Game. Well, technically, like, the whole thing kind of started during filming when, like, Ariana Grande was stealing SpongeBob, who was already married to somebody else. I don't know. You know, she's apparently got a history of that.
I mean, that's the only thing I thought. That's how I felt. I was like, what has happened? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I've been writing a lot and maybe there's some more, but I would like to do a deluxe at some.
Somebody said she saw a married man walk in. But I'm not TMZ, so I can't be bothered to look into all of that. And I'm a 27-year-old man, so I also don't give a shit. Says the guy sat there making a video about Wicked. Anyway, the love scandal while filming, I guess, just set the tone for the rest of this. And yes, they do look like brother and sister. Not helped by the fact that he looks like Ariana Grande's actual brother. Oh, one more thing on that guy. He did slip at the premiere, which was quite funny. Anyway, Poster Game. Firstly, brief history lesson.
Settle down, ladies and gentlemen, settle down.
So as you know, the story of Wicked is nothing new. 30 years ago in 1995, yes, 1995 really was 30 years ago and not 15 like it feels, Gregory Maguire wrote the novel Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, which musical theatre composer Stephen Schwartz came across while on holiday in Hawaii and thought, hey, this would be a pretty good musical. And it's been a regular on Broadway ever since it premiered back in 2003, which was just over 20 years ago, not 10 like it still feels. And the story is all about the relationship between the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba, and Glinda the Good, long before the story of the Wizard of Oz, and focuses on how She-Hulk over here really isn't that bad. And the whole thing is basically a face turn, kinda. Like, the story just wants you to understand how she became viewed as wicked.
Backspace! Back! I warn ya!
Anyway, I imagine you're already familiar with the poster for the Broadway musical. However, the movie poster went for a slightly different look, where you can see a bit more of Glinda's face, Ariana Grande, and all of Cynthia Erivo's face as the witch. And this, my friends, is where Postergate began. A fan of Wicked edited the movie poster to look more like the Broadway poster, which is the most disrespectful, meanest, upsetting, offensive thing you can do, apparently, or some shit, according to Cynthia Erivo. She actually turned into the Wizard of Oz version of the witch and took to her Instagram to say this. This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have ever seen. I've literally seen more wild and offensive things from opening Twitter for 10 seconds. It's equal to that awful AI of us fighting. That was funny though. Equal to people posing the question, is your pussy green? Okay, 1, that's funny. 2, valid question. 3, stop being a pussy. None of this is funny. None of it is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration, and I'm a real-life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer. Because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is a homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful. Well, grow the f*** up, love, is my response to that. Jesus f***ing Christ. You know full well nobody's intention was to offend you. And look, you might be the main character in the movie, but you're not the main character in real life. People were just having fun. Like, that's what fans do. Isn't that what you want them to do? Like, and if anything, it gave you more promotion for the movie. Don't you want more eyes on the movie, pardon the pun, and just get more, you know, hype for it going? I mean, I'd completely agree with you if somebody had made something really bad, like, you know, deep fake or something, but, you know, come on. Is this really what you spent hours and hours talking about with your therapist? This is a real problem to you? How do these people survive the real world, honestly?
Like in our own world over here.
Ariana Grande had to respond, but only gave a politician's answer on it, and I imagine it just echoed what her PR team had told her to say. She said, "I think it's complicated because I find AI so conflicting and I just turned into Mickey Mouse, haha." I'm not going to try and do it. You know, Ariana speaks all ooh-woo, you know, so I'm not going to bother, but anyway. She said, "I think it's very complicated because I find AI so conflicting and troublesome sometimes, but I think it's just kind of a massive adjustment period. This is something that is so much bigger than us, and the fans are going to have fun and make their edits." Thank you. I have so much respect for my sister Cynthia, and I love her so much, even though she's being ridiculous. Anyway, the evil person who attacked Cynthia Erivo personally with their poster edit came out and said, "While I deleted initially as I felt it was the right thing to do, fan posters have been around for as long as movies have existed. I never meant to cause any harm and the poster is just a homage to the original Broadway poster, just like the movie's recreation is." It's got on there. Also, I will say that Cynthia is valid in having her feelings on the matter, and I'm also valid in wanting to keep my version of the poster up, as I truly meant no harm with it and just made it as a way to show love for the original. Both could be true. Pretty good response in my opinion. Cynthia Erivo then had to address this once again in an interview and said this.
Okay, final question. You are a badass clapback queen. I love it because you spoke out about that AI poster.
It wasn't necessarily a clapback.
Well, it was just speaking out, and I loved it. And you got so much support for that. What did it mean? You know, why was it important to speak out, and what did the support mean?
Because I think I'm really protective of the role, and just as I'm passionate about it, and I know that the fans are passionate about it. And I think for me, it was just like a human moment of like wanting to protect the little alphabet, and that's like a human moment. I probably should have called my friends, but
your point made so much sense. That was a cartoon animation. This is a real person. I loved it.
Thank you.
Congratulations! I cannot wait to see the film. You look fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, call your friends, or, you know, just grow up and stop taking things so personally and looking to be the victim of something all the time. I'm starting to think that Target commercial wasn't a joke, and this is how she'd be in real life when she caught you singing one of her songs and not just holding space with it.
I love it. Please, Mom.
Olivia!
Finally.
Ha ha!
Nailed it.
That's my line. There's no place like Target to shop everything wicked.
Going to the store, y'all want anything? Picture included, so Sonata Cynthia Erivo.
That's my line.
Then the next big controversy happens, and despite how funny all the interviews and entitlement has been, my favourite part of this whole debacle was the wrong website printed on the back of the merchandise. Wicked.com will not take you to this, but instead to this.
Oh yeah, Daddy.
Wait a minute, what am I doing? I already covered this in my other video about weird movie merch. Just play that bit. I imagine you guys already know about the fact that Wicked put the wrong website on the back of one of their toys or whatever, and that led to a spicy website instead of the movie. Or it's deliberate, and that takes us to the website so we finally get an answer to whether it's green or not. I thought that was a good joke. I'm just gonna hold space with that joke.
People are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that. I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
And that clip there went on to become the most popular clip in this whole saga. Not me, the clip I used, I wish. But this interview here.
I've seen this week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful. That's what I wanted.
And if you're confused about what the f is going on here, don't worry, so are the actors for Shrek and Fiona.
I was surprised because I was like, I had no idea because I haven't been looking. I had no idea that this thing was going on. I didn't know that was happening.
So I didn't know what any part of it meant.
That's really powerful.
I didn't understand the first sentence.
People are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
And then I definitely didn't understand
what was happening, how you responded. I was like, oh, what did she say? What did you hear?
And I think the interviewer was confused too, because, you know, she kind of backtracked after that and was like, well, you know, I only saw a couple of posts about it. Like, mate, I didn't realize you were going to start having a breakdown again.
I mean, it's been happening on some platforms.
She was like, well, yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I've seen it on a couple posts. I don't know how widespread.
I've only seen like 2 TikToks. I have never seen any post before this of people holding space with the lyrics of Defying Gravity. So unless she's plucked that out of her ass, I'd be really grateful if anybody could show them. What did this woman see?
Yeah, well, I've seen it.
I've seen it on a couple posts.
Then she says that she's in queer media, and I have not a Scooby-Doo what that means either.
But, you know, I am in queer media, so that's my, you know.
But neither does Cynthia Erivo, who herself identifies as queer.
As a black woman who is queer, she had said that she was seeing it because she was in queer media. And I was like, I honestly didn't know what that meant. And am I also in queer media?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Also, for some reason, Ariana tries to comfort Cynthia by giving her the whooshy finger hold from Kung Fu Panda.
The whooshy finger hold?
I don't know why she just grabs the one finger.
I was like, because she looks like she's about to cry again, and I'm going to grab this because I think you might need something. She said something that meant something to her.
Me, then it
meant something totally different to you.
Yes.
And then she tried to kind of get somewhere else.
Yeah.
I remember in the moment asking myself,
am I okay?
And of course, this all led to some great memes and videos like this.
Really holding space with that, and feeling power in that. Really holding space with that. I've seen it on a couple posts. I don't know how widespread, but you know I am in. Really holding space with media. So.
Then, once the movie was out, people were posting photos of them watching it in the cinema, causing more online rows about phone usage at the movies.
Hey, Bub. You're in a movie theater, not the off room in your mom's nursing home. So turn your phone to silent, or I'll shove it so far up your you'll have to answer it through your
No. Listen, just turn your phones off or put them on silent. You know, whatever you prefer. I'm gonna take his neck veins for a walk now.
Some people not even turning their flash off. It's just amazing to me. Some people were singing at the cinema, treating it like a concert, which caused more divide.
The songs are already, well, popular.
You're gonna be popular.
If you sing along, though, you might quickly become unpopular.
I'm here to warn everyone that the singing is in fact happening, and it's worse than you would expect.
I need everybody on mute. I am going to see Ariana, Cynthia, and the rest of the cast sing. I better not hear anyone else singing in the theater.
This is just a reminder that we are not singing during this film. Thank you so much.
Conquering my stage fright by singing in a crowded theater. Nailed it.
Before the show starts, just as you're diving into that green and pink popcorn, AMC theaters are playing an ad.
No singing, no wailing.
Yet some just don't want to save it for the shower.
Okay, we've been repressing this for a long time, and it is about to come out. This is our time. This is our moment.
She and her co-star Ariana Grande recently weighed in on the debate, saying they support whatever makes you happy.
I say if you come the first time and you sing through, sing through.
Hold on!
But at Wicked, if you belt Defying Gravity, to many, you'll be defying civility.
Then Wicked started doing sing-along screenings for those people.
We deserve each other, me and Bob. They were popular. We're holding space, guys.
Nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down.
And there was also a lot of discussion about the physical appearance of the two women and how much they've changed since before Wicked, but I'm not going to go into that, but that was also a thing that blew up online, and I'll let you go and make your own opinions on that. And of course, it was only naturally a matter of time before the movie got the good old go woke, go broke hashtag on Twitter, because for some reason it was decided it would be a good idea to give this movie a trigger warning. And you may be thinking, my god, what happens in this to justify a trigger warning? Well, a trigger warning about Wicked has people in a tornado-like rage, with many decrying the warning about discrimination against people with green skin. Yep. Here's the deal, the British Board of Film Classification reviews movies with a set of criteria telling parents if there is nudity, violence, injuries and discrimination among other categories. For Wicked, the section reads, a green-skinned woman is mocked, bullied and humiliated because of her skin colour. A disabled woman in a wheelchair is treated in a condescending manner by able-bodied people. Talking animals are persecuted in a fantastical in a made-up society. And then it goes on to say about how this ended up using the hashtag go woke go broke, and people saying this is ridiculous because this is a skin colour that doesn't exist, and talking animals that also don't exist.
No, he talks. He does. I can talk. I'd love to talk. I'm not talking this damn thing you ever saw.
Two things here. In fact, I just referenced Beauty and the Beast. For the love of God, what would the warnings have to be about that? Or any other chitty chitty bang bang, beware if you invent a flying car, you might be pursued by mad Bavarian kings. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so this guy actually goes on to make a point I absolutely agree with. I think trigger warnings absolutely have a place in movies and TV shows, but only for things like SA, abuse, gore, obviously literal things like flashing lights as well, but not for a goat being put in a cage. Come on. I think if you're that sensitive, you're not ready for movies or, you know, life.
If a trigger warning gets you over a genuine issue like lights or whatever, or unfortunate dialogue, or references that belong to a different time, then I'm all in favour of those trigger warnings. This takes away the trigger warning, because eventually people will say, trigger warnings for that, trigger warnings don't matter. I do have to admit that trigger warnings are for Saving Private Ryan, where you are watching people's limbs getting blown off, not for CGI animals being arrested. Thank you. And yes, of course, you can go on and make the argument that this thing is an allegory for this thing, and if you're really looking for it, sure, but I think you can find that in almost any movie.
I studied literature at university, and frustratingly, I can't remember the word, but is it an allegory when you watch? Yeah.
Talking animals are persecuted. Tell me, how many talking animals do you know? Or is that all right?
No. Can I say that when I watched it, I thought it was very reflective of the socio-political climate we're living in.
What?
And I thought
animals?
no, but there are groups of people, marginalised people, who are being persecuted and cancelled by...
What? Like talking donkeys or whatever? I don't know
the
what it
trans
is.
community. That's how I saw them.
You're now making the step from talking animals to the trans
But if
community.
you watch it...
My main point being, I don't think there's anything in Wicked that is enough to warrant a trigger warning. To me, it feels like the equivalent of saying, this movie has a villain that will do bad and mean things that may upset you. I can feel the dislikes and angry comments coming when I say this. Look, at the end of the day, I don't really care about whether a trigger warning for this movie exists or not. It's not something I'm going to lose any sleep over. I'm personally more bothered by people using their flash in the cinema, like what the hell. But yeah, I'm only including it in the video because it was another controversy around the movie, another thing that got it trending again. And just my opinion on this particular matter is a trigger warning is completely unnecessary for this. But if this is your first time watching me, please don't get the impression that I'm like one of these losers, like that nerd erotic guy who just sits there and complains that everything is woke. I just sit here and talk about pop culture and movies and shit that I enjoy. I'm not an overly opinionated guy. I don't put my opinion on a pedestal like a lot of people on here. But having said that, it's time for the super angry rant. Okay, I lied. I may have over-exaggerated a bit about the angry rant, but listen, at the end of the day, I'm not here to invalidate any struggles or hardship either one of these women have had, right? We all have our own battles and crosses to bear, I get that. But I hate this attitude that they've done the world a favour, and this entitlement, like we should be super thankful to them, and the way their struggles and feelings are placed on this pedestal. Like, you haven't cured cancer, you haven't solved world peace or ended a war.
George Clooney married Amal Alamuddin this year. Amal is a human rights lawyer who worked on the Enron case, was an advisor to Kofi Annan regarding Syria, and was selected for a 3-person UN commission investigating rules of war violations in the Gaza Strip. So tonight, her husband is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Like, you're speaking from such a place of privilege when you do things like go, how dare a fan edit this? This poster with my face on it. Who do they think they are? They're clearly doing it to attack me. just stop preaching down to people, you know. You've made a very successful movie that a lot of people have found comfort in, and maybe it's, you know, sparked something in them, a passion again to do something, or just something relatable. That's great. And that kind of thing can happen in any form of media, whether it be movies, shows, music, art, etc. I do think that should be applauded, and it's a great thing. Movies, for me at least, have always been a form of escapism, but it's also nothing new. That's what movies are, man. Like, it's entertainment and telling stories that invoke an emotional response in its audience. But nobody's responding more emotionally than these two. Listen, don't just take it from me, because as some bloke on Twitter pointed out, I'm just some dickhead in my mum's spare room making YouTube videos. It's my room, actually. But take it from Denzel Washington, who just for me hits the absolute nail on the head with this.
Just like, you know, people say, oh, the difficulty of making a movie. I'm like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like, relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, we're moving over. Get out of here. You know, your son got shot in the face. That's difficult. Making a movie is a luxury. It's a gift. It's an opportunity. And most importantly, it's a gift. Obviously, everybody here is talented enough to do that. But don't get it twisted. It's just a movie. It ain't that big a deal.
And look, like I touched on already before, this isn't some rant or political agenda video. Like, that's not what this channel is about. It's all about just having a good time and having a laugh and not taking things so damn seriously. But you know, sometimes you just can't avoid giving an opinion on things. And I'm not afraid of sharing my opinion on these topics. It's just, one, I don't think my opinion is all that important. And two, I don't think it's worth it, and I think it ends up mainly attracting the wrong crowd. And I don't want to debate shit, I just want to have a laugh, man. Life's too short. I just wanted to create a light-hearted channel that pokes fun at pop culture and enjoys movies, and if that's a bit of you, then check out the other videos on this channel. See what I did there? What a segue, right? Also, please subscribe, because I have to sit through endless interviews with these people, and it's like I was on the press tour. Like, where's my medal, huh? Where's my therapy session?
Nobody cares about them. It's enough of these guys.
I mean, maybe all of these antics were just a marketing genius, but I doubt it. Damn, I should have faked outrage and been like, this is just woke nonsense. That would have been good marketing from me, actually. You get more views with rage bait. Anyway, the movie is out now, of course, to rent digitally, and will be out on Blu-ray soon, I imagine. And at the time of me recording this, it has made almost $700 million against a $150 million budget. And it has very positive reviews from both critics and general audience. There are a few other people in this movie, by the way, not just these two. Like Jeff Goldblum, if you didn't know. You wouldn't know that, because it just feels like any interview anyone did was just overshadowed by this group therapy session. But one thing I do find really interesting, and it was kind of, I think, deep down the pull for me to make this video, is that if you compare The Wizard of Oz and Wicked, both of these movies are known just as much for their influence in pop culture as they are for their behind the scenes issues. What is going on with the Land of Oz? And if you don't know the issues from behind the scenes of The Wizard of Oz, enjoy that rabbit hole. So go check the Wicked movie out for yourself, come back here, let me know if you enjoyed it or not. Like I said, I did. I think it's a good time. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, and if you didn't, drop a dislike. It all helps the algorithm. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, and if you enjoyed the movie, like I said, and or call me an arsehole, whatever it is you want to do down in that comment section. Take care of yourselves, mates. Don't let the old bastards in life grind you down, and I'll see you in the next one.
I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes.
That's my name.